This article will demonstrate to you how even the most stout people can start the way toward retraining their body to play out the fat-consuming procedures that are innate and worked out easily for it. What's more, amid this procedure they will deliver more vitality, lose fat and weight normally and lead a more beneficial way of life. A solid eating regimen, expanded physical movement and a characteristic fat-consuming procedure to create vitality are the keys to a sound body. Generally, nature has conceived the ideal route for the normal person to consume fat into vitality. Sadly, individuals have deliberately stifled and subverted this regular procedure through unfortunate dietary patterns and absence of even exceptionally straightforward action. Here is the way it should work. After you eat, there is arrival of glucose into your circulatory system. This at that point triggers the arrival of insulin into your body. Lastly, this procedure enables your body to get to the cells to discharge the fat to copy the fat for vitality. It is this procedure that empowers the normal individual to eat, consume fat and along these lines keep up a sound body. Presently, here's the clincher, while the arrival of glucose is practically momentary, the arrival of insulin is progressive, thus long as there is insulin present in the body, there is no arrival of cells to consume the fat into vitality. For the normal procedure to work, the body needs some time, alluded to as the fat-consuming zones, in the middle of dinners, to get to the fat cells where your capacity is and to consume that into vitality. Unadulterated vitality originates from consuming your very own nourishment stockpiling. The normal American snacks on soft drinks, chips and other high glycemic nourishments, and this keeps the glucose levels high, subsequently anticipating the fat-consuming insulin to appropriately carry out its responsibility. There is next to zero fat-consuming zones. So the fat stays and remains until we become overweight or stout. Furthermore, this is the primary motivation behind why over half of Americans are arranged by the Places for Sickness and Control (CDC) as overweight. So how would we begin the procedure to retrain the body to do what it should do normally? Here are some basic things you can do to improve your eating routine: consume fat, produce vitality and get in shape the regular way. Try not to skip breakfast. Breakfast is basic for helping your body feel supported and fulfilled. You are less inclined to gorge or eat in the middle of dinners. A low-starch, high-protein breakfast. Protein, protein, protein. This is the supplement that constructs calorie-expending muscle. Keep away from or limit the admission of high glycemic sustenances, sugar, pasta, white rice, and white flour. When you eat nourishments low on the glycemic file, you won't just control your weight by checking your craving, you will likewise in general control your cholesterol, keep up a solid heart and reduction your danger of creating type 2 diabetes. Eat 3 adjusted suppers every day. Try not to nibble or have after supper. When you eat routinely, you promise your body that sustenance is inexhaustible. This urges your body to consume calories. Then again, when you skip dinners, you train your body to think you are starving and it responds by bringing down your digestion and holding fat, which makes it hard to shed weight. A nourishment log is an unquestionable requirement. Self-checking is a standout amongst the best-kept mysteries to normal fat misfortune. Self-checking implies keeping point-by-point, exact, day-by-day records of the sustenance you eat. The basic demonstration of focusing on your dietary patterns is frequently all that is expected to start change in your very own dietary patterns. Increment practice movement. There is no compelling reason to embrace a hard or troublesome exercise schedule. Just expanding your physical movement during your time ought to be sufficient. Do what will work for you and will fit into your calendar. The key is to increment physical action. Basic exercises like taking the stairs rather than the lift, going for an after-supper walk, utilizing the treadmill or stationary bicycle while sitting in front of the TV, and so on. You have a few chances and alternatives to build your day-by-day action levels. The most significant variable is your choice to build your action level. Pick on action at once, and include as fitting. Strolling is a goodness. There is no uncertainty that strolling is the most characteristic and typical action for a great many people. There is almost no arranging or hardware required in strolling. Broad research has demonstrated that strolling can be more useful and successful in general well-being than broadened running exercises. Retrain the body to do what falls into place without a hitch. The best normal fat misfortune items supplement the common procedure by empowering the production of fat-consuming zones to enable the consuming of fat to deliver vitality. Tragically, there are not very many regular, clinically tried fat misfortune items that are likewise recorded on the Doctor's Work Area Reference (PDR). One of a couple of items with clinical preliminaries in a few renowned American colleges is being referenced here. Go to Regular Weight Reduction Privileged Insights Uncovered for more data. Kojo Manti was beforehand in banking and worked at a senior dimension for a few substantial US and European banks. Kojo is now an autonomous establishment proprietor with Unicity Global, Inc.